Hey and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, I'm Patty, and on Thursdays I do budget-friendly home decor. Today I'm going to share with you an easy way, inexpensive, budget-friendly, to decorate up a small front porch. I'm going to share with you a couple projects that you can do that are really super easy that will definitely kick it up a notch. So if that's something you want to see, stick around. I'll show you how. Thank y'all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Okay, this is the before of my front porch. I got a lot of cleanup to do just to get it ready. I normally don't decorate my front porch except during the holidays, but I'm going to kick it up a notch and give it some curb appeal. Okay, I'm going to start by just kind of cleaning up all the leaves that are left around because you want your walkway up to your front porch to look just as good as your front porch. Trim up a little bit of the trees, and then I'm going to go ahead and trim up the little shrubs too, just to kind of give it a little bit of a good look as you're walking up to the front porch. We lost a lot of our shrubs during the freeze last year, so I am going to have to replace those. Cleaning my door, I'm just going to use some Dawn dishwashing liquid, and I'm just going to clean it up. Then I took some soap and water. I'm cleaning up the walls with a little brush just to kind of clean all the dirt off of that. And then I'm mopping the floor with a brush and the same soap, and then touching up all my paint. For my first project, I'm going to take a piece of wood that measures 6 inches by 17 inches, and that's where I'm cutting it at 17 inches. And then I'm going to stain it with Minwax Special Walnut Stain. And I'm just using a rag to apply this. And I'm going to probably put about 3 coats of this to get it as dark as I want it. And I'm going to do the sides and the top and the bottom as well. So I'm going to take a 1/2 inch dowel stick and I'm going to cut it to the length of the top and the bottom. This is just going to frame this out. So kind of line it up, make sure you do get it straight because when we put our sides in, you want to make sure that it all sandwiches together really well. Okay, after I've cut those, I'm going to go ahead and do my side pieces, and I'm just going to come straight down both sides on this one and measure those. Now that I got my frame all cut out, I'm going to go ahead and take it outside, and I'm going to spray paint it with some satin black paint. To attach this to my piece of wood, I'm going to use wood glue on this. Now you want to use wood glue. Don't try to use anything like E6000 or hot glue because you won't get it cinched up quite close enough, and you'll be able to see it between it. Because I tried E6000 glue on this first and I had to scrape it all off. So save yourself the headache and just use some wood glue. And this is a good way to frame out a piece of wood. It's just really easy and it doesn't take a lot of effort and you don't have to, miter cut it or anything like that. But go ahead and clamp it and then go ahead and get the excess glue off before it dries. Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and attach my 2 sides. Same thing with the wood glue on both sides. And then I didn't have a clamp big enough to clamp these, so I'm just kind of pushing them together as best I can. So I got these little numbers on Amazon. They have an adhesive back to them, and I'm just going to kind of center them on my board. If you don't do anything to your front porch, put a house number on it like this because it really does elevate it. And I'm just going to kind of try to center them as best I can. And the adhesion on these numbers really stick well. Next, I'm just going to add a couple little hangers to the back. I got those on Amazon. They have a little inset on them so that the screw stays in place. It's a really good little clip. I'll give you the link for them. That's how that turned out. I'm going to tie all this together here in a little bit. I'm just going to go through my projects and then I'll show you how I staged it all up. Kind of dress up my glass door a little bit. I am doing a monogram letter. I cut it out with a Cricut. If you don't have a Cricut, you can order these on Etsy. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take my transfer tape. I don't have a big sheet of transfer tape, so I am taking 2 pieces together and overlapping them. It worked just fine. And then I'm just going to apply this right to my front door. If you have a glass door, I saw on Pinterest a lot of people were putting a lot of stuff. I mean, you could do some major decor with vinyl on your glass door, and it really does elevate it. And my dogs are probably wondering, what is she doing? But it does give it a little personalized touch.
And for this next one, I got this Dollar Tree sign for $5. Now they come like this and they are bowed. They're always going to be bowed like this. Even the ones at Hobby Lobby are kind of like this as well. And I'm just going to take a little 1x2 piece of wood and I'm going to glue it to the back. But I'm going to go ahead and remove my label first because I'm going to add wood glue to it and I want to make sure it does stick all the way across. So go ahead and just put a little bit of wood glue down the back of it, and then you're going to put something on top of it to hold it in place. Now these signs for $5, I highly recommend picking up a few of these because they're great for fall, they're great for Christmas time, and once you put this piece of wood on the back to make it solid and flat, it really does make a nice sign for $5. Okay, now that that's all dry, I'm going to go ahead and take some paint. I'm using a satin white paint that has a primer built into it, and I'm going to paint the entire sign this color. Okay, these signs would be great to go ahead and pick up and have ready. Go ahead and prime them and just have them ready for any kind of project that you want. Next, I got these letters at Hobby Lobby that spell HME, and I'm going to use the windmill from Dollar Tree to make the O. And I'm just going to spell the word home. And I'm going to spray paint my letters in a satin black paint, and I'm going to leave my windmill just like it is. Okay, next I just taped off the inside of my board because I am going to paint the frame in black. And I'm just using a black chalk paint to do this and a sponge to apply it. And that's an easy way to paint with that sponge. It doesn't make any brush marks on it and it goes on real quick and easy. And you can do a lot in just a short amount of time. And I'm going to paint the sides and the top and the bottom as well. And that's how it looks after it's been painted. And then I'm going to take some lettering I cut out with my Cricut that says welcome to our. And if you don't have a Cricut, you can get lettering at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. They come individual letters, but you could spell anything that you want to with those. I'm just kind of smoothing it out real quick so I can go ahead and remove it and it'll stay on there well. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my larger letters and I'm going to put my H up here. I'm going to put my windmill in the middle for the O and then the M and the E. And I'm just going to attach these with E6000 glue. Now the windmill, it has a stud in the back of it, so you will have to drill into the middle of your board to make that flat onto the board. And I'm just kind of eyeball lining them up and then I'm just going to glue them on with E6000. And again, these signs for $5 at the Dollar Tree, definitely if you see them, go ahead and pick some up because they are definitely worth the money. Okay, then I'm just drilling a real small hole right here to put this into. I couldn't get that stud off. I tried to pull it off with pliers, but it's just not working. So go ahead and drill a hole to put it down there flat. And then I'm just going to put E6000 glue on the blades and in the center. Okay, next I got some green garland, and I'm just going to make like a wreath to go around the middle of the windmill. Just kind of roll it up a little bit, and I made mine pretty thick. And I'll give you the link to this. I got these on Amazon. And then I'm just going to glue it right down into the center of my windmill. Okay, and this is how this turned out. I think this turned out so cute. Let me know what you think in the comments. Adding that little extra brace to the back really did make this a solid piece. Okay, for this next one, I got this little planter box at IKEA. It was real inexpensive. I'm just going to put it together, and it just mounts to your wall with these little clips like this. And then I'm going to dress it up a little bit with the Dollar Tree fencing. So I'm just going to take some of the fencing and cut off the edges of it. I'm not going to cut the bottom of it off because I want it to set into the planter, but I'm taking the two sides off, and then I'm going to cut it just to the length it'll fit inside this box. And you can just cut these with scissors. It's a little bit easy if you just do cut it with scissors. I tried it with a knife and I could not get it to cut through, so scissors worked really well. I'm just going to take it outside and spray paint it with a matte black paint. To start decorating my front porch, I'm just going to take some painter's tape. I'm just going to go across the back of my sign so I can get exactly where my little brackets are. And I'm just going to take a little pin, poke it through there so I can see exactly where these are going to go. And then I can put that piece of tape onto my brick and then I know exactly where to drill. It's just an easy way to hang a picture or hang a sign. And then I'm using a drill bit that has got a flat head on it. It's a masonry bit, and then I'm just going to drill right through it. Now these are easy to use because you don't have to put any pressure on it. Just hold it up there and let it do its work. And then I'm just going to go ahead and hang my sign right here. Okay, for my planter box, I went ahead and put my little fence in it, and I'm just going to go ahead and hang it right there on the wall. And I'm going to use the same masonry bit to drill through this, but I am going to add a couple of little anchors to it. And then I'm just going to hold it up to the wall and just screw it right in. Got these little plants at IKEA, and I'm just going to put them right inside my little planter box. So I'm going to take my home sign, and I'm just going to put it right here in the corner, and then I'm going to add a boxwood wreath right to the front part of my door. Okay, next I got these planters on Amazon. I just put some rocks in them, and if you have a shallow plant, these come with a little bucket to put on top, and then they have a little anchor piece that goes on each side to kind of cover up that opening and hold that in. And I'm just going to use a couple of trees that I got on Amazon. I'll give you the link for those. You get 2 of them in a pair, and they're really pretty. The color of them is really nice. So I got this black and white checked rug from Amazon, and I'm going to layer my rug. So I'm putting this one down, and then I'm going to put this mat down as well. Now my little granddaughter Lane, she makes these floor mats. She has a Facebook page called Lane Cole Designs. I'll link to those. These are real high quality floor mats, and she makes a lot of different ones. And this is her Facebook page. It's Lane Cole Designs. She makes a lot of different kinds of mats. She makes them for the seasons. She makes them for personalized. You can put your family name on them. She's got just some real unique, cute ones. And I'll give you the link to her Facebook page in the description below. This is how this turned out. I put down some red mulch, a little stepping stone in the garden. I planted some caladiums next to my front porch, and then just kind of tied all this in together. These are some super simple crafts to make that you can really dress up your front porch a lot. Let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, if you like these kind of videos, be sure and give me a like, subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified when I have a new video upload. Thank y'all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And if nobody's told you today, you're awesome.